Well, if it isn't a lovely day for an eczema flare on my ear, then I don't know when is. But it's also a lovely day for a reaction video, specifically to supermodel Iman's DIY face mask recipe. And if you don't know who Iman is, did you even care about models in the 90s? Iman is not only a supermodel, but she's also the founder of a cosmetic line. She was one of the first celebrities to create a makeup line for darker skin. She recognized that when she was on set and modeling that people didn't even have a contour that could contour her face. Their dark contour colors were basically foundation shades for her. And a lot of times her foundation couldn't even be matched to her skin tone. So back in the 90s, she was really the pioneer of the celebrity beauty brand, and she actually created one that was good, it worked, it was ethical, and it actually solved a problem that so many people had because black and ebony skin tones didn't have foundations or contours that worked for them. I have so much respect for her and for her solar flare looking Met Gala look. I'm very excited to see what she puts on her face and whether it's the products or her genetics that make this canvas such a work of art.
Hi, I'm Iman, and today I'm going to be showing you my beauty secrets, both skincare and everyday glam. First step is beauty from within. So I use every day turmeric and ginger elixir, but I like to mix it with a bit of water. So I mix it with my favorite water, Fiji.
I love a good wellness elixir. I haven't been doing the turmeric and ginger, but I have been doing these hydromates. They're supposed to hydrate you, give you some electrolytes. But turmeric and ginger are awesome options when it comes to helping with anti-inflammatory effects in the body, a little bit of brightening, boosting, etc. Kind of immune boosting is what it's often touted as. Turmeric specifically has curcumin, which is actually better absorbed if you have it alongside something like black pepper. It's not the most bioavailable in the body, so actually combining it really helps. Now ginger does have gingerol, kind of spicy, almost like jalapeno peppers. Ginger is also really great as well. I don't know if ginger specifically boosts up turmeric. I believe it's black pepper that really boosts the turmeric, but overall this looks delicious. Fiji water, I can't really speak to. I'm very, very lucky to live in the Bay Area where we have pretty good water right out of the tap. I know that that's not true for everyone, but when it comes to alkaline water or BS like that, we've actually gone into detail about that before. Alkaline water doesn't make your body alkaline because your body wants to balance itself. But adding some good antioxidants, this turmeric and ginger root, actually sounds like a really good way to start the morning.
A beauty secret that I've used since I was 12 years old. It's from Somalia. We are taught from young age that the skin you take care of in your 20s is the one you're going to inherit in your 60s and 70s. And this served me well, really. Try it at home. It's an easy DIY because it's everything that you can find it, and it's cost effective. So I start with 2 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of milk. And next is the magic. It's 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and then a splash of honey. So here it is, I mixed it all. And you want this consistency, you see? So before we start with the mask, I'm gonna put a head wrap on. So here it is, I put my headband and you see, it is black because it can stain turmeric. So now it's all mixed and I'm gonna put it on my face, and I really want you to see how it looks.
When she said DIY, I got so scared because so many DIYs bring us, Kendall Jenner putting undiluted essential oils on her face. This actually seemed like a relatively good DIY, and here's why. The main ingredient that she's talking about in here that yes can stain the face is turmeric. It's haldi powder, haldi in Punjabi. But this turmeric actually has a lot of antioxidants. It's known to be both antimicrobial and I think antifungal as well. And it is really brightening for the skin. There have been some studies on hyperpigmentation and dark spots that showed turmeric was actually really, really good. Now the hard part about turmeric is that yes, it does stain, but then too, it's also really hard to formulate into skincare products. There's a couple of products out there that have turmeric in it, but not a lot. And actually just putting it on the skin, you can get a pretty good effect. Again, the big problem is that it does stain. This is actually one of the DIYs that I don't hate. I don't know if I top recommend it, but you know what? This would actually probably be one of the DIYs that I do recommend. The flour in there is probably for consistency. Some flours can kind of hold on to moisture, be slightly hydrating, especially if you mix it with water. Don't know about that for sure. Depending on the kind of milk she's using, that milk could have something like lactic acid, which is mildly exfoliating. There's not going to be a ton of it though. Milk also does have different sugars that can kind of hold on to water. And then honey as well. Honey is not something that I personally consume, but honey has been shown to be antimicrobial. Ancient Egyptians used it. It's used in wound healing, specifically anal fissures. And while I don't normally love DIYs because they expire so quickly, these do seem like things that you would already have in your kitchen. You're not going out to buy some exotic Kakadu plum or an entire avocado, right? It's not like wasting food in that sense. I don't actually hate this DIY, and there's some science behind it. I would do it with oat milk, specifically because of the beta glucans in oats, which are much more healing for skin. And then for me personally, I would omit the honey, but this actually doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Wow. And she's been doing this since she's 12. I mean, she looks absolutely flawless, and I have no idea how old she is. Yeah, this is actually, this is a surprising one.
I've been doing this mask since I was 12. I leave this for like 20 to 30 minutes. So next step is the eyes. I'm usually extra vigilant about what I put under there, and everything has to be hydrated. So here it is, the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat patch, and it's really hydrating.
These eye masks are $75. These are bougie. I mean, if you want them, go for them. I don't think that they're all that. The ones that I use are from Wander Beauty. I dislike eye creams, but I do like eye patches because eye patches are kind of like little push-up bras for your under eyes. When it comes to these specifically, at Sephora, it looks like the ingredients contain water, glycerin, carrageenan, butylene glycol, carob gum. All of these are relatively hydrating. We do see these inside of lots of moisturizers. There is also some colloidal gold, which is not bad, but what I really love to see in here is the sodium hyaluronate, that salt form of hyaluronic acid. We do have some hydrolyzed collagen, so nice and hydrating for the skin, caffeine as a vasoconstrictor, and actually niacinamide, which can really help with some of the darkness underneath the eyes since niacinamide can be brightening and caffeine can vasoconstrict. These aren't horrible. I just wouldn't spend 75 bucks on them. There are many other eye patches that I like a lot better. The Pacifica vegan ceramide ones are great if you want hydration and actual skin support. If you do want something gold and bougie, the Wander Beauty ones are amazing. There are others that actually have some vasoconstriction in them for dark spots or dark circles. I don't love this one, but you know what? She's doing it with her face mask. She's having a good time. Peter Thomas Roth is a really good brand, and you know what? If you have the extra money, then go for it. But if you want to be bougie on the budget, stick with the $5 Wander Beauty ones.
When it comes to taking it off, I wash it and use a black or a dark, like a navy washcloth.
I like that she does use a dark towel. I've never considered that before, but it does actually help to make sure that you're getting it all off. Notice that her skin kind of has this glow. The turmeric can stain the skin, so just be aware of that. It usually goes away in a couple of days, but depending on your skin tone or your skin color, it can make you look very self-tanned. It makes you look very yellow. So just don't do this before like a big event. Test it before you actually go forward and try it. But you know what? This is a DIY that I think I would actually both try and recommend. This is great. This is great.
Now, I'm gonna show you my skincare. The first step. Now, I swear by this. SK2 Essence. It really just gives you a fresh canvas.
Oh, the SK2. Is it good? Yes. Is it Japanese? Kind of. It's really L'Oreal, and it's $200. We've spoken about this, and I actually have a dupe that I like better from Jinjeong. It's Korean, so not Japanese, but it actually feels more hydrating to me. I know that many people like this from SK2, and as far as the ingredients go, it's not bad. The whole thing about it is that it has this patented patera that comes from, this sake. It's basically a ferment, but you can get fermented skincare with really good results for much less. So while it's not like a complete scam, it's a very expensive product for $200, and you can get stuff that works better for less. I would definitely recommend the fermented rice toner from Haru Haru. It's kind of like a kombucha for your face, and they actually have a fragrance-free version. There's also a brand that is actually Japanese skincare. It's called Slow Brew. brew, and they have some fermented products that are phenomenal. I just wouldn't spend that much on SK2. And I've spoken about that and some dupes in the past, which help yourself to that video if you'd like to see the dupes for it. I'm glad it works for her. I'm glad she's got the money. I just think that there are some less expensive options that I would use if I were recreating her routine.
So the next thing I put is this serum from Biologique. When I was in my 20s and I was modeling, you do shows and you're changing makeup constantly and wearing heavy makeup all day. And then of course, there's the nightlife. You go out, you're wearing makeup, you don't take your makeup off, you go to sleep. And you're 20 and you wake up and wash your face and go back to work and you can get away with it. And then 30s come and girls, it's all over. You have to take care of your skin. At whatever age you are, do not strip the natural oil that's on your skin. And you have to learn what skincare works for you. So, like as I said, you're working all day and then you go home and have a disco nap and put on your makeup again and go out to Studio 54 all night. At that time, I really started developing really under eye bags. And I remember a very famous makeup artist, Wade Bandy, may he rest in peace, he was a genius, actually introduced me to Preparation H to put it under my eyes. Well, let me tell you, yes, it got rid of the puffiness, but also it dried under my eyes. So I never used it again, but I will always remember him for that.
Oh my God, she is such a legend. Preparation H, if you don't know, that's for hemorrhoids. Yeah, could definitely work for, some vasoconstriction there. Oh boy, but yes, I can also see where that would be drying. The way that Preparation H actually works on blood vessels is by constricting them. So for the puffiness and for the color, yeah, an absolute legend. She's not lying when it comes to the modeling industry being difficult on your face. If you didn't know, I was a model for a while and I didn't go out and party at nights because I wasn't that cool. And I don't drink, I have one kidney and whatever, I was like trying to protect my liver, whatever. The gist of it is, yes, modeling does a number on your skin. I specifically remember sitting in those chairs, right? And I would already have foundation on because I was trying to cover my acne, but they would come by with this powder brush and they would just tap it on each person's forehead and cheeks and whatever, and they would just go from person to person to person without even wiping it off. And oh my God, talk about transferring bacteria and irritation and all this shit. It was so bad. And that was one of the many reasons that my skin did not look good. She is so correct. You need to care for your skin, and that is going to be individual for each person. But I think that where the majority of skincare consumers don't go is deeper and understanding, okay, not only what is right for my skin, not just on the product or the brand basis, but on an ingredient basis. Because if you find, that niacinamide irritates your skin is going to be different than anyone else's, but you should definitely avoid niacinamide-based products that have that if it causes this red flushing for you. Whereas if you're someone who does have acne or rosacea, you might love azelaic acid, and you find that every product that you use that has azelaic acid in it is amazing for you. You don't want to just seek out the same brand, you want to seek out products that have that ingredient. And that's why I love this skintellectual community, is because we do go deeper into that. When it comes to the serum, Vogue doesn't list it, and I actually have no idea what it is. So if somebody knows, please leave it in the comments.
So next thing is the eye cream. Really, you need that much. You see, I mix it and just tap. People are a little bit aggressive with their skin. I'll be honest, I haven't had any Botox on my face. Not that I'm against it, but look at it. I have a high forehead and I don't have any wrinkles because I'm very gentle with my skin. So I believe in moisturizer.
I love that she's being transparent about what she has and hasn't had done, and it really does go to show that if you care for your skin, hydrate, moisturize, sunscreen, and maybe you're blessed with good genetics, you don't need to do a lot of the things that we traditionally see in, celebrity treatments and in media. There are some exceptions, which is really refreshing to see. Now, I don't know if she's had anything else done, but especially if she's sharing her look and her products publicly, I think that's important for us as people who are purchasing those products. It's important for us to know. Now, speaking of this eye cream, I cringe because yes, I'm glad that she likes this eye cream. I'm glad it works for her, but does she actually need this? No, it looks like she's using an eye gel and an eye cream from 111 Skin. This one is $190 and there is nothing in here that is worth $190. This has water, hydrogenated palm oil, basically one of the cheapest oils you can buy. We have some sorbitol, acetylcysteine. We do have some extracts, which maybe are jacking up the price. some panthenol, niacinamide, riboflavin, basically B vitamins. I don't understand why this is so expensive. If you want to spend money on an eye cream, the Total Eye from Color Science is the actual one to use because it's ophthalmologist or eye doctor tested. No, just no. It's so expensive. There's also this Celestial Black Diamond Eye Cream from 111 Skin for $995. This is even more expensive than La Mer. Why? If you really want to spend your money on this, then fine. But this is a ridiculous waste of money, and there is nothing in this product that is going to give you $995 worth of effect that you literally have to use and replenish every 30 days. Again, water, literally hydrogenated palm oil is the base of this. I like that we have some jojoba oil, but why is this so expensive? Some hydrating alcohols. Again, there are some extracts in here, some zinc oxide, some centella, like hyaluronic acid, retinol. Why is this so expensive? Literally get yourself a prescription retinoid and a moisturizer. Oh my God. Iman looks fantastic, but let me tell you, that product, $900, this is like worse than La Mer. This is worse than La Mer. Not worth it. Don't do it. I'm glad that she has money, but I need an expensive dupe of this entire routine because my answer, my wallet's answer is no.
And the final step is Dennis Gross's spritz. It's a vitamin C, and I find it really perfect. You know, I have a 40-year-old daughter and I have a 20-year-old daughter, and I have both instilled in them to take care of their skin. There are no two ways about it. I find now a lot of young girls are getting surgery very young, and it is really, people haven't spent time to take care of their skin and that self-care idea. But do they listen to it? The 40-year-old, yes. The 20-year, no.
I love that she brings this up. She seems like such a great mom. And yeah, there are a lot of people getting surgery, and that's nothing to shame someone about. If it's a personal choice, then great. But if it's a choice that's made off of insecurity or how society makes us feel, then I think those are issues. And what she's saying, you know, there are certain things that skincare or self-care can't correct. But I think that if you do work on skincare, you can work on most of those things that people worry about. It's not instant, you know, like going in for a facelift and coming out facelifted, but it definitely does help over time if you're patient. And then the other thing about self-care is that if you learn to appreciate yourself and learn to appreciate your large forehead or appreciate the wrinkles that come from when you smile, all of a sudden those things don't need to be fixed because they're not flaws. They're little things that make us unique, or we can, you know, appreciate, we can admire them. And I think that that is the form of self-care that I find to be so important and so endearing. When it comes to this product, this is a vitamin C spray, again from Dr. Dennis Gross. This looks amazing. We love vitamin C. We love antioxidants, especially underneath sunscreen, which I am just praying is in this routine. This looks like it's $30 and it has collagen in it as well, so it's maybe a little bit hydrating or moisturizing to the skin. There are a lot of ingredients in here, some like orange or fragrances that I would be a little bit worried about for people who have sensitive skin, but overall there's some melanin here, some coffee extract, some colloidal oatmeal, amino acids, niacinamide, panthenol, superoxide dismutase. This is actually less expensive than the ordinaries. We have some cucumber, apple, raspberry, glycolic acid. This actually seems really good. Now it is a liquid form, so all of this glycolic acid, it's diluted. I would say yes, use this under your sunscreen, use this during the day as long as you're not sensitive to fragrance or citrus. This actually looks really good, and she is glowing when she puts this on. There is something relaxing about putting on a spray, again, as long as I don't get it in my hair. This seems like one of my favorite products that I see in her entire routine. This and the turmeric face mask, like wow, sprays and DIY face masks? Since when are those great? Wow. And the price, definitely better than a $900 cream. The Dr. Dennis Gross, I'm liking it.
But it's very, very important, skincare, because I say it is really an investment in yourself, and you will see the results as the years go by. It's makeup time. I created Iman Cosmetics in 1994, and it's still around. I wanted to create a brand, a new brand, for women with skin of color. I was not interested in the origins of where you're from, but your skin tone. So that is why really the brand was created. At that time, it didn't exist. Thank God now there are a lot of brands who are doing that. So I swear by this. It's a concealing foundation.
So she's going into some really good cosmetics. These are skin enhancers, her own line. That's also a testament. If she started that line in 1994 and it's still around, this isn't some celebrity slapping their face on a billboard for money. This is someone who cares, someone who's doing something for a reason. She's also using some Kevin Aquan. There's some good stuff in here, but there's no sunscreen. Why is there no sunscreen? I understand that for models, a lot of models don't wear sunscreen. Again, normally models are on the younger side and just don't know or don't care. And a lot of times there are certain sunscreens that can flash back in front of a camera, especially back in 1994. There were not cosmetically elegant sunscreens at all. And, you know, sunscreens can also gum up and pill up under foundation or under the skin. We actually have videos on how to reapply sunscreen over your makeup if you are wearing it. And sunscreens have come so far that there's no excuse not to wear a sunscreen in this day and age. Even for black skin, for ebony skin, for Somalian people, for anyone of any heritage and any background, SPF is your BFF. And protecting your skin from the sun is literally preventing against skin cancer, preventing against collagen degradation, fine lines and wrinkles. It is so important, and that is for all skin tones and colors. And a lot of time for people who have black or ebony skin cancer goes undiagnosed or unchecked because sometimes it looks different. Skin conditions look different on brown or black skin versus on skin tones that are Fitzpatrick's 1, 2, or 3. Brown skin derm, Dr. Adeline, is amazing. You need to follow her on Instagram and YouTube, but she speaks about these things. She's a dermatologist and an educator who educates about what different skin conditions and skin disorders and diseases look like on dark brown and black skin tones, which is so important. There are some changes that I would make in this routine. I actually kind of love the turmeric face mask. Should we try to make a budget version of this? Because she's glowing, she's gorgeous, she is a legend in every way. But the amount of money that she must be spending, total that up, $900 plus $199. What else? We have a 30. She's spending like $1,500 on her skincare. No, with this SK2, and then the serum, we don't even know. She's probably spending about $1,500 a month on her skincare alone. And remember, this stuff expires once you open it. When you put it on, you have to use it. And I know she said she uses it sparingly, but $1,500 a month for this skincare? That's so much money. I am so sorry. Let's make a budget version because she is glowing, but my wallet is moaning. So we can fix that. Let me know if you want me to try this DIY turmeric mask because this is like one of the first DIYs that if we veganize it, I might actually end up putting this on my face. In the meantime, beautiful butterflies, do remember to reapply your SPF for the love of our collagen fibrils, and always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you in this next video and in the description box where I share some dupes or swaps for some of these expensive products. Love you guys. Bye.